Mr. Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my great honor to present to you J. Charles Grieco for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Charles Grieco is an icon in the Canadian hospitality community. His restaurant La Scala set a new standard for fine cuisine, fine dining, and hospitality in Toronto for more than 30 years. He has led the Ontario Hostelry Institute since 1977 and is managing director of the Canadian Hospitality Foundation, helping to raise millions of dollars for student awards and support under the aegis of those organizations. Mr. Grieco opened La Scala in 1962, achieving both critical and financial success during its 35-year existence. When it came to quality of hospitality, service, and fine Italian cuisine, La Scala became the benchmark for fine dining restaurants in Canada. In the 1970s, Mr. Grieco began his journey as an advocate for students attending hospitality and culinary programs, taking an active role in curriculum development and educational standard improvement. His passion for education extends beyond the classroom. He is recognized as a leading thinker on key issues facing the Canadian hospitality industry, and his advice is frequently sought by senior executives and policymakers. He participated in the 5-person provincial commission that led to the creation of Ontario's modern wine industry and the formation of the Vintners Quality Alliance. He is currently on the provincial committee developing a culinary tourism strategy for Ontario. Mr. Grieco is widely recognized and celebrated as both a pioneer and champion of the Canadian hospitality industry. Today's culinary, hospitality and tourism landscape is greatly influenced by his innovation and perseverance to ensure a promising future for young Canadians who choose professional career paths in these fields of endeavor. In recognition of his many and ongoing contributions, I ask you, Mr. Chancellor, to confer upon Charles Grieco the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. Congratulations, Charles. Thank you. Dr. Charles Grieco will now give the convocation address.
Chancellor David Mirvish, President and Vice Chancellor, Dean Julia Christensen, the directors and faculty who make all of this happen, the graduates of the College of Business and Economics and the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, the School of Hospitality, Food and Tourism, family members and guests. I'm particularly honored to be here to share this day with you. I am sincerely honored and humbled to have been recommended by the Senate of this institution to be awarded an honorary Doctorate of Laws, honoris causa, and to share with you a few thoughts on this commencement day, a day I am told that should empower you, the graduate, to go forward on the career pathway you have chosen, filled with confidence and determination. This is a graduation day, your commencement day. You have worked diligently, you have achieved your goal, and you believe the world and appropriately chosen business pathways are yours for the asking. This past Sunday, morning, in reading my favorite email newsletter, Brain Pickings, I was told that commencement address is the secular sermon of our time, a packet of timeless advice on life, dispensed by a podium-perched patronly shaman, of which I am not, to a congregation of eager young minds about to enter the real world. And of course, this past week, the New York Times indicated that a commencement address might require some poetry, some stand-up comedy, and a good deal of truth. I believe I'll stay with the latter. Although my admitted bias today and theme may be that of hospitality, please understand that it is about people and how you and I and our daily relationships to them can mean the difference between success and failure. Stop, take a deep breath, and reflect seriously on the words recently attributed to Colonel Chris Hadfield, our astronaut of national renown. If you view crossing the finish line as the measure of your life, you are setting yourself up for a personal disaster. Perhaps disaster is too strong a word. Perhaps surprise or disillusionment are better ones. You have arrived at a new starting point that comes with your accreditation today. Know that your real education is just beginning. Today you have been handed the key to start. I'm not here today telling you to make a world a better place. I don't think that you or world progress is necessarily part of your package. I'm just telling you to live in it, not just to endure it, not just to suffer it, not just to pass through it, but to live in it, to show up, to make that decision that you were reminded of earlier. To look at it, to try to see the whole picture, to live a little recklessly, to take chances and expect failures. No, embrace them. And yes, you may from time to time make glorious, amazing mistakes, the best kind, by the way, but learn from them and don't repeat them, and do everything you can to make others feel good and well served. To make your life's work hospitality and take pride in it. Seize the moment and remember you have chosen to embark on this career track and are now part of our world, my world, of hospitality, with all of its many manifestations, options, and self-satisfying pathways. Certainly, the hospitality industry has its challenges, and always will have. Questions of asset management, revenue management, RevPAR, theories of demand pricing, and yes, whether we should have tipping or not, and more, will all remain. But at its very core remains an age-old fundamental that the art of hospitality is not simply the science of business theories and practices or service. The art involved with hospitality is the understanding that at the end of the consumer's experience, and your role in that experience, is an intangible that can be equated to the intangible but difficult to define sense of feeling good, extreme satisfaction. I, we, they, you were well served. While service may be generally defined as the technical delivery of a product or an experience, and never forget service is a part of your hospitality career. Enlightened hospitality, or how that delivery of that product or service or experience makes its recipient feel, is the crucial aspect of its success. New York City's iconic Danny Meyer must be given full credit for best defining what this practice entails. You would be well served to embrace the concept and apply it to any and all hospitality paths or other career paths you may choose and have gained accreditation to follow. It has been argued that hospitality is the distinguishing factor of success in our ever-evolving, multifaceted industry. In our information age, most competitors know well how to offer similar products, even better ones, memorable tastes, experiences that exceed expectations. But overlay the heightened culture of hospitality and the memorable experiences created for your properties, for your enterprises, for your customers, and your clients, and it will ensure that you will stand out. It is your competitive edge. As you have chosen a career management track, we have a responsibility that goes beyond training for skills. It involves the nurturing of this culture, a culture of enlightened hospitality and an attitude that dispels the idea of servitude. I was reminded recently, on the occasion of the passing of our cultural icon, Maya Angelou, of what is perhaps the best definition of hospitality. It was found amongst her many memorable writings. People will forget what you said before you forget what you did, but will never forget how you made them feel. It bears repeating. People will forget what you said before you forget what you did, but will never forget how you made them feel. Please don't ever forget that. They won't. Smart hiring seeks an attitude first and skills second. Smart management understands that with the right attitude and a commitment to mentoring, persistent and consistent training and learning, that enlightened hospitality can be achieved and accrues to the exceptional results in every sector of our industry. I cannot stress enough that the answer to a lot of your coming challenges is often found in someone else's face and in the sound of their voices. Try putting down your smartphones and your iPads. Stop twittering and texting every once in a while. Look at people's faces and listen to what is being said. The answers and the solutions to those challenges are there for you to see and to hear. Don't work for fools. It's not worth it. Getting paid less for work with people you admire, believe in, even envy, and who are committed to and who walk the talk of excellence are much better for you to be with and for your careers in the long road of hospitality. Imagine the immensities of what lies ahead. Don't compromise. Don't waste time. Start now. Not 5 or 10 years from now, not 2 weeks from now, now. And do keep in mind, as a sage in our industry once said, the soup of civilized life is a nourishing stew, but it doesn't keep bubbling on its own. Put something back in the pot as you leave today for those in line behind you. Give back. Give back to your families, give back to your institutions, give back. Never forget that. True success takes time and experience. Patience and being with the right people, the right organizations, and the right mentors are critical to your next learning pathway. Hospitality is not a job. It is a vocation. You have chosen the best career there is. No day is ever the same. No guest is ever the same. Each day be prepared to wait for a new story to unfold. How much more fun and challenging is that? I will leave you today with but one thought that has served me well and many others too. It is this: in a business ruled by a passion for people and hospitality, keep in mind that success in this industry and in any of its related paths you choose and that may be offered, that this is a careful journey, not a destination. Thank you. Good luck. You won't be disappointed. I haven't been. Thank you.